Hello, old souls, fellow empath seers, and psychonauts. My name is Steph. If you're new to the House of Scrying, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to be diving into the Book of Blots. We're going to choose our muse that will become our mirror in just a moment to dive deeper. But Preshuffle Insights. So, there seems to be this reflection not only of water, but of ice as well. So, ice and water and the transformation into steam. So, something about whatever water may represent to you. As well, there's a point of stillness, and I feel like it's at the peak of distillation, like distilling of such, that is reaching, like the insight I have here is, I'm feeling good. And this has nothing to do with what's happening external to me. And not that it does or does not match, me, of course. It's just this frequency of going through ice, water, steam. You get the gist. I don't need to worry about it. To this point and this peak through the steaming just before the cleansing drop of distilled divinity, we'll call it, or density drops. That moment. And it feels like clear connection to what we would call higher self, higher consciousness, whatever the case is. Now, I want to acknowledge that here on earth, or in the earth energy, pentacles, call it what you will, there's the sensation of like new fire. If you can think about when fire, I don't want to say was invented, maybe found, or the alchemy of it was, anyway, you get the gist. There's like a new fire. This could be something that you are preparing for or have already been utilizing in certain ways to help work with your water element, or what water means to you in this alchemizing process that is like a curve. I also want to note the symbology that came through is like a car that is like hybridized. And I'm not talking about gas and electric, while that has its place, but this was driving stick or standard and an automatic. And yes, automatic has a luxury and ease to it. But if you've ever driven stick, there's certain things that you have control over that can feel very stabilizing. And you're very much so like connected to how the engine and the vehicle is running. So there's a different kind of contribution. Also, your clutch point is very important. And if you know, a clutch point is personal. I don't know how, well, I guess it also may depend, we'll get into whatever, but if it's like a cable clutch or a hydraulic clutch, etc. And I really don't know how far the technology has come in that, but a clutch point is personal. And I could like remember getting into, my husband's car, and it's like his clutch point was very different. So I would find it and try to acknowledge if I was in that vehicle. And likewise, if he was in my old Volkswagen Cabriolet, be like, this thing is clunky. But if you get through the clunk and maybe the clutter that's among and amongst the collective consciousness, and even of our own as we're in there, and you can learn, you're like, okay, yes, this is the clutch point. This is the clear point where you can like shift gears like butter. And it's like you get so good at driving stick that it's like it's automatic for you. But then there's also times you can just hit automatic and you can go. I don't know where this is leading us, but I want to thank you so much for being here, like, sharing, and subscribing. We're going to dive deeper, choosing our muse. Timestamps are below, all that kind of good stuff. Let's go. All right. I did not choose the muse. Give me a moment. Do you want to see? I normally will just like try and do this beforehand because this is beautifully awkward. Okay. We have here teal yellow star cluster. So thank you to whomever has inspired us. Teal and yellow star cluster will become our mirror to dive deeper into this message of feeling good. There's also a song that's coming through. I will note it below if I remember. But essentially it's, oh my goodness, no tunage here today. I'd love to change the world, but I don't know what to do. So I'll leave it up to you. Teal and yellow star cluster. And you also know the drill. If this bores you, darling. Timestamps. Tickle me timestamps, and you can get to where you need to go. Do you know what's funny about the color teal is I painted my bathroom some time ago, and I wanted it more green, and it came out more teal, and I was slightly disappointed with it for quite some time. But I've now made my peace with it, and now I quite enjoy it. So I'm going to have to use some greens and blue. Just a reminder, we're here to create a portal to perceive and receive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. Always feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel as your insights to expand the iScry experience, and we all become the readers, seers, oracles, etc. You can also drop an emoji. I don't know, things. Teal and yellow. Star cluster. I don't need that one anymore, okay? But I do need... I'm just going to draw a star. I'm almost there if you are. Just going to add in a few more. I hope you're doing well. All the cards are up there too. I came in the pre-shuffle. Higher and higher. Every time I look at you, I know why. All right, let's go. When you're ready, taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. And thank you to our muse, and may we all meet a message with meaning. Naki naki. Okay. It's a sticky star cluster. Oh, for heavens. There we go. You know the drill. You're welcome to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, personal use only. All right, I'm going to dig in. Oh, I feel like I'm in a layer. I don't know if I'm... Now, when I said that, I said it like a dragon's lair. But then the envisionment of a layer of higher consciousness. There's a bonsai tree here, if a bonsai tree means anything to anyone. There's also the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I admit, it's a feisty time of year. So, for all the fellow Scrooges and Grinches out there, I feel you. There's a foam finger. There's a 4-leaf clover in the star cluster, and also something about part of a map. It's like a piece of land. I don't know if someone's thinking about moving or traveling, vacationing, but I'm seeing like a state or a country, continent, province for here in Canada, something along that lines. Okay, starfishes as an embodiment of stars here in the water. Okay, so I'm back in the water. What is that? It's a letter J, the letter J. Okay, so there, what's happening here? Oh, there's also another crystal coming through. I'm going to call it maybe like serpentine or, yeah, I think it might actually just be serpentine. It's very, very green. It might be serpentine. If you have an intuition on what other kind of crystal, it's in that green area. I feel like there might be something else, but I might not know it offhand. That's okay. This conversation over here, it's like there's I'm going to call it an archangel. Something that we would apply, a deity, god, goddess, that would be in the realm of higher consciousness that we would consider golden. Okay, so this is part of the activation, the new fire, discovering a new fire within the self. This is reminding me of, if you're joining us on Telegram for our 25 days of Ink and Insights, it's along the same lines as our recent day 6 or 7, possibly 7, about like fire in the sacral graduating, but giving it to the solar plexus to emanate out. And this has like a new vibe to it. So I'm going to dare say that me, if you're still here and wandering through these canals and channeled messages, connecting your own dots like constellations. Yes, we can all agree that that is the Big Dipper as one point of reference. It's like the agreed upon collective consciousness, but then it's like you also have your own star system, this freedom to look at the same sky and connect your own dots and constellations to imbue your meaning and symbology. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it does somewhere. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. I am actually going to add on a card as well while it's communicating. So silver and gold. In the cluster, as Steph, I want to say, oh, this is like the gray, the fog, the veil. But I'm back to the ice river of reflection, the distilling sort. It's like I'm in the freshest water, like in icebergs that haven't really been touched by humans or, messed with. And that melting is like an IV drop of like cold clarity. And I don't want cold to feel grinchy or scroogey. It's just so refreshing. And while it might seem there's this polarity and duality at play and at work here, there's something prehistoric, like say this proverbial iceberg of such, coming into the present moment. So it's like a prehistoric moment in the present time frame of modern, where something is being activated in its purest form, or you've been part of the process, the distilling process of this. Now, I want to acknowledge as well, this is why it feels a little okay. Yep. Is that that's not always comfortable when conformity and common maybe are outside of that. And your heart of hearts, I'm talking about your high heart, higher self, as basic but generous stepping stones for us to just linguistically languify as we wander the liminal here, get into the earth plane. Thank you, I see you. Yep. If I could put the Pink Panther with a vulture, so Pink Panther in a vulture, but something like they're not black and it's not pink, it's emerald. This teal, like a teal is talking to emerald. This is that heart, the heart spaces. In this cave of hearth fires is a Zen monastery, Japan, card 37. And as the constellations fall like snow in that distilling process, so I'm not poo-pooing common connection or amongst it. That's not what I'm doing. But there's a part of you. This feels like an, for, the simplicity's sake of just expressing the conversation, the archangel of such, the whatever gods and goddesses, deities that you would apply and you would have the most respect, and highest form of guidance from and exchanging with. There's a certain degree of not following the norm. But also not being stubborn enough to walk among it, move among it, to know what's going on, to be connected, to be able to speak to it. Am I hopefully doing you justice in this? You are connected enough when you choose to connect in to, let's say, the chaos and also the calm and the beauty of the collective consciousness. And you move through to be connected, to understand. If you're feeling left out of that, it's like you're prehistoric, but you're bringing that wisdom into this moment, just by, into the modern moment of this new fire, but staying connected, but also knowing when to separate, make some space so that, but that space is silver and gold. It's not foggy. It's not confusing. It's like, as you move through that, if there's any confusion or fog in the collective, and I don't know why I'm saying the commonness or the commonplace of it, when you move through your moat of silver and gold energy, teal and yellow, I'm seeing the chakras as I'm saying that, like a watercolor palette, and being able to mix colors, like taking a little bit of the heart, a little bit of the high heart, mixing it with the solar plexus or the third eye, and then this other color comes through. This cluster of information, if you've been receiving downloads or overly connected to the collective, and it seems like a clusterfuck of sorts, I hear like it's okay to disconnect divinely, to move through what is the fog and the veil commonly, but you continue on to the gold and silver aspects of that, which kind of cleanses and is this distillation process. For heavens and hot dogs, I hope it makes sense. And if I didn't say so already, thank you for sharing, and subscribing. And if you're part of the second or third tier, we're going to flip this and go even beyond ordinary than we normally do. All right. So this Pink Panther, Vulture, Emerald, and Teal. So tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Healer. I love that, because this is like, see that, tie a yellow ribbon, but it's like yellow smoke, and it's right in there. This is that little version in here. Let's call it the human aspect for simplicity's sake. And then whatever God, goddess, deity, higher self, etc. And you are a reflection of that. It's that moat again that keeps coming through. It's like, if I could see this energy as earth energy, and there's the teal in there, which is like the mixing. I really love it, and I hope that I'm explaining it well enough. And then this is like the higher self or spirit realm. And this gorgeous space of, okay, I'm getting a high five. So high five to you. For someone specifically, there is a spirit waving. Hopefully I'm not doing that creepy, but there's a spirit waving. What's the transformation in the cave of winds of the mind? I could even hear this. Whoosh. And it's almost like the spin doctors is coming through, depending on your age. Spin doctors. The third eye and the root are talking. I'm very distracted, even to, I'm trying not to actually be distracted by the spirit realm in here. No. Joy is coming through with this transformation. It feels Okay, my mind, I, you, me, my mind is made up. There's a gigantic earth angel here. I would be a little taken back if I saw them. It's like you can see somebody with their wings. Wings might mean something. Maybe they were a pilot. Something about a volcano somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna. They're not going away. So not that they need to. They're they're this big. Like there's actually the head is so small. They're ginormous. This is like one of the wings. And I feel like on either side of this, I'm not sure that it's so much of a holding up, and I can see the ink didn't, but they're pointing. They have a sword, and they're pointing. But this one's a little bit more samurai. It's like curved. Man, they're huge. It's like if I saw something in the sky. Uh, you know that saying on video games, E for everybody, or the way something is rated? What a joy to not be for everyone. I don't, when they say, well, I'm not for everyone. I don't, yeah, so something about that. In the Cave of Hearthfires, we have here number 5, the Seer coming in with stillness. See all the colors of the Seer's mask? I want to plop that. It's like teal and yellow being mixed with all of the colors of the chakra wheel traditionally. It's like they are the mixer uppers. And I don't mean like mixing things. Well, they do mix things up. It's like taking red and adding teal to it, adding yellow to it. Oh, it's wonderful. Seeing stillness is when I think that it's in that space of separation. I kind of feel uncomfortable with Steph saying separation. Because sometimes I think separation has a gruff on. Or maybe that's just me. But if you can imagine like a monk at a monastery, separated from the common day-to-day of sorts, but they don't feel separate. They're a part of the interconnectedness, and they are very much so taking joy in how they are helping in what they've chosen to do or express. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's this, I don't feel separate, even though they might not be accessible. All right. There's also something else happening here. I'm trying to debate how it is. Something at the back of your head is lighting up like a light bright. And it's almost like something's being inserted. It is it's like taking a star from this teal and yellow star cluster and going boop, almost like Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head, where it would be at the front, but this is in the back. Boop. And I think this is where, or maybe how you're seeing, going to be deciding, dedicating how you see things. All right. I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. I will have an Easter egg card at the end here for you as our bridge to the flip side if you're joining us. And if not, till next time, so much love. Bye. Let's get our bridge card, a little Easter egg. Oh, I feel like that camera's fuzzy. Adventurer. How perfect. Remember when we were talking about that thing in the back of the head, and then it's expressed through the heart? Oh, I love it. Let's go. Let's go.